Good morning, everybody. Excuse my voice. I'm still not feeling the best. But today I woke up and I wanted to cover two different topics. And don't come at me. This is in the Bible and you can do your own research. I'm only bringing it out there, okay? For people to be aware. So I always talk about living for God and not living for the world. There's a lot of worldly items that the devil makes sure he puts out there for us to be distracted by. And I'm going to use myself as an example. I'm actually going to put some of these verses up at the end of the video, and I'm also going to post a picture of what I look like before, because I think it's important. So before I started really covering my hair and really digging deep in the scriptures, I was obsessed with my hair. I made tons of videos on my hair. I was a slave to my hair because my hair is a lot of people say it was very beautiful, which I think everybody's hair is beautiful in their own way. God doesn't make mistakes. He makes perfection, okay? So that's something to keep in mind. But my hair was very, very curly, a lot of volume. I also had to buy a lot of hair products. I was a slave to it, just making sure I'm buying spending tons of money on stuff you can't hardly afford anyway, because you have to switch it up, you know? So we won't get too deep into it because we could go on and on. But I had to always make sure I'm doing my hair, making sure it's always looking right, on point. And it was like I was basically obsessed with it. I was doing my hair tutorial videos, all types of stuff, posts about it. And all crazy stuff, nonsense. That really, like, I'm building all these treasures of the world and nothing of the kingdom of God. None of that is going to save my soul and make a relationship with Jesus. None of it. It's all distraction. Because we're not worrying about the inner, okay? We're not worrying about the spirit. Remember, Jesus talked about how the spirit has to match the outside of the shell, okay? Now, that's where it falls into play with, there's spirits behind mostly everything out there. Because remember, this is the devil's playground. So he's gonna actually put spirits, his little minions out there, to sit there and distract us and contaminate our world. So his main focus is to keep our eyes and our attention on the worldly items and not of God. Now, Jesus also said, many will say his name, Lord, 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 but only if you will enter the gates of heaven. And what he means by that is that goes with even the people that teach about Jesus, but that's a whole different other thing. Like myself, I was saying, Lord, 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 I love Jesus, but I wasn't serving him at all, especially when I was doing the new age stuff, worshiping my hair. I would have anxiety if I can't go outside and it ain't right. Like, I need my hair on point. Like, it was to that point. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you can relate with what you got to put on your body with your clothes, what you got to put on your makeup. You can't leave the house unless your makeup, your eyebrows are done. And now, all of this, we're being a slave to the world and we're worshiping the worldly items, if you know it or not. Think about the panic feeling you feel if you don't have these things. Imagine if you were stripped from all of it, right? How does it make you feel right now? Do you feel panicked inside? That's actually the spirits attacking you, making you feel that way. And one of the main spirits, and God protect me at all times when I say any spirit's name, because we shouldn't be saying their names, is Jezebel. Now, you can actually look her story up in the Bible, and one of the ones you could look up in the King James Version, chapter 16, verse 31. You understand her whole story if you read it, but she's a very manipulating evil spirit, and that's how she was when she was on human form. And she's behind all the cosmetics. She's behind all of it. She attaches to your spirit and makes you feel like you need these things. Like, like it's important to be able to put all this like you would call it like your glory or whatever, your beauty, when naturally it's okay to look plain, because you know what, you're not looking plain. Some women say, oh, some of these Christian women just want to look plain thinking it's going to get you to heaven. It ain't about looking plain, my beautiful sister. It ain't about looking plain. It's about not worshiping the worldly items that's going to get you to heaven. You're not putting nothing before God. Now you could say, I'm not putting this lipstick before God. Now, do you spend that much time reading the Bible, or maybe just talking to Jesus, or putting that much energy and time into Jesus as you do the makeup or your hair, like me? When I started thinking about this, I went in panic mode. I went in defense mode. But you know what? When I actually released it, it wasn't as bad as I thought. I actually felt free from all of it, you know? And okay, like, what's the matter with what you look like? You are beautiful. I'm telling you. God, man or woman, you are beautiful. God does not make mistakes. You don't need all this craziness. You don't need to spend lots of money on all of these things. What is God gonna, what kind of treasures are we building in heaven, right? By spending so much money on these items to be lusted by other people. Think about it. It's really the spirit, mostly Jezebel, behind it. Now, it might sound like a loony bird, but look it up yourself. And it's even in the Bible about the glory of a woman covering her hair because of these reasons. Like, what is the reason behind it? It's to get likes. It's to get people to like us, to say things about us. It's like we're worshiping ourselves, and we're worshiping the world. It has nothing to do with the glory of God. It has nothing to do with worshiping God at all. So if you get panicked as you hear me say this, and you're coming up with 1,000 excuses saying, well, I like doing this, I like doing that. Well, think about why you're feeling that way. You know, like, I'm not attacking anybody. I'm just putting it out there so you're being aware. If you want to continue wearing that and doing that, then that's between you and God. I'm not sitting there saying that, you know, that's none of my business, really. I'm just putting it out there so the knowledge is there for you to do your own research, to really understand what's behind it. Because I had no idea. I had no idea. I just thought this was my hair. God gave it to me. I'm going to rock it. I'm going to have my afro out. I'm feeling my curls. Make sure they're pop-locking. You know, like, I was all about it. But I actually feel the most happiest now. I'm not worried about how I look. I'm worried about how my spirit looks. And I want my spirit to match my outside. You know? And when we allow these worldly items, and we stop basically putting all our time and energy into it, and we start putting it into our spirit and into God, you're going to feel a sense of peace and freedom from it. And you get a closer relationship with God. Now, like I said, do your own research. I put it out there for you. There's so much to dig into. This video would be like 2 hours long if I broke it all down, you know. But if you're going in panic mode, do not allow your anger and your panic to take over when you hear me telling you these things. Do your own research. That's all I'm saying. And then go take it from there. You know? This is not a video about judging. It's about just knowledge. No one's allowed to judge, and I ain't judging. This is all knowledge, and this is from experience of, like I said. So, I wish you beautiful people the best. Remember, put God before everything. Okay? And really think about if something's making you feel a certain way and you get in panic mode or defense mode real quick, that should be a red flag for you. Think about it. You know? And also, if it's so good, these worldly items, then why are so many people dying over it? So many people losing their sense of who they are over these things that they're choosing in life. and not choosing God. Like, people are like feeling depressed, anxiety, stress, sad, like because of all this worldly items out there. For what? We're not born to be slaves to this kind of stuff. Like, we need to wake up and really understand what our spirit is here for. Is all those things that you treasure on this world, ask yourself, is it going to get you to heaven? Is it helping your relationship with God? That's where we're going to end it. God bless you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to get ready for work and make it a good one. God bless.